Hey guys, it's Ashley of Stacks and the City here, and of course I want to say hello and welcome. Guys, we're going to be talking about our biggest financial mistakes. My biggest financial mistakes I've made ever in my life. I have quite a few, and I really want to share them with you all. Now here's the thing, guys, when it comes to financial independence and getting your money, getting this money, you're not going to go on this journey easy peasy, smooth sailing. We all have had some things that we have done that we kind of regret, that we wish we didn't really do. But more importantly, these are things that we all learn from and that we get better at. And that's what this journey is all about, you all. Personal finance isn't about having it right the first go around or doing everything right. It's about always moving forward. Even when you step back, you're always stepping forward. And you're stepping further forward, stronger and stronger than you have before. So you all, it's gonna be, I'm not gonna lie, you all, it's gonna be a little hard for me to talk about this, a little bit. But I know that it's very important for me to share because, you guys, I have a six-figure net worth. And I've had some financial setbacks that I've made that I wish I didn't do. But I know that they made me better and stronger. And I learned a lot from them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, guys. My first financial mistake was when I was 16 years old. And I got my first job. And I got my first paycheck. I was a hostess at Cracker Barrel. Guys, my first check was about maybe $250-ish, $300, something like that. It wasn't a lot of money. I spent my first paycheck, guys, on an iPod Nano. I bought an iPod Nano at Walmart, and it was about, yeah, it was like $250. It was expensive. I remember that I went to the check cashing place there. I went to the check cashing place. So I didn't have a bank account, guys, which is one mistake. I didn't think about that. That's one mistake. I went to the check cashing place and I got all the cash and I used that cash to buy an iPod Nano. Ugh, don't do that. So here's the thing, guys. You know, I learned from my mistake. All my paychecks I put into a bank account and I save it. So whenever you can, definitely save at least 5% of your paycheck. Don't blow all your money on one basket. And definitely don't do an iPod Nano because I'm not even sure if the kids didn't even know what that is. Anyway. Number 2, in high school, I purchased a MacBook, the white one. Y'all remember those? I was really pressed for an Apple computer. You all, I bought that MacBook my senior year as a computer, for a college computer for myself. I paid about $2,000. No, I paid about $1,200 for that, about $1,000, $1,200 for that. You all, literally the next month they released the new Pro and they completely changed the design of it. So it went from the white version to that silver aluminum version that we see a lot. Even they use that design more or less today. Y'all, I was so mad. Oh my God. Like a month later, I felt like I wasted $1,000. So I'm like, now it's old. In my head at that time, like, oh, this is old. I don't want it. I want the new one. Like, I was so obsessed with having the new one. I really, really wanted that new one. So I was mad, and I wish I would have held out. I should have known, and I know this now, at least at that time, that usually Apple products will time a new product during major shopping seasons. So during the summer, back to school sales, huge shopping event for consumers. Of course, your holiday shopping. Christmas is a huge time for purchasing items, that Christmas era, Thanksgiving, all that. People are spending a lot of money. And usually Apple will issue out something new during those times. So I wish I just would have held out a little bit longer and I would have known that they would have reviewed something else. I did sell that computer though. So I guess it worked out, but y'all, your girl was mad. Your girl was upset. Okay, number 3. Number 3, y'all, is my first property. And I will go into more detail about this in a later video. But long story short, I purchased the home thinking that I was going to be able to Airbnb it. Everybody told me not to buy this home. My real estate agent told me that not to buy it because this was going under assessments. You all, I purchased that home because I made an emotional purchase. Y'all, anything and everything wrong with it was wrong. I needed renovations. I thought I was on House Hunters, y'all. It is not like that. I spent thousands of dollars on that property. Thousands of dollars. On maintaining that home, on renovating it. And it's 300 square feet, y'all. Thousands and thousands of dollars. Never, ever, ever again. I was so mad. I didn't get along with the front desk lady. They told me I couldn't put it on Airbnb, which is my initial plan. I had to get it rented out. I was paying my rent and my mortgage at the same time. I thought I was gonna go broke. I was crying, I was dying, I was so devastated, you all. And I got it. I got a tenant in there and I still own the home to this day. But I learned that was a really, really, really hard lesson that I learned, which was to be very, use these 1% rules, be less emotional about a purchase, and definitely make sure that you're always reading fine print, asking a lot of questions, and don't make emotional purchases. That's what I learned. Don't make an emotional purchase at all when it comes to real estate and investing. You all, my last tip, and y'all, this is the biggest financial mistake I've made of all time. Of all time. Oh gosh. Okay, guys. So I had a crush. I had a really big crush. I had a love of my life at the time, right? And since high school. And he wanted to go back to school. And I felt bad for him. I really wanted him to get back into school. And I loved him, right? At the time, you love somebody. I told him, he told me that the way to get back into school was to pay $3,500 for an outstanding balance. And the idea was that he and a couple other people, they told me that I would get the money back immediately. $3,500. I was 23 at the time. 23. $3,500. You all, I gave him the money. I gave him $3,500 with the idea that they were going to pay me back within the next 3 months, if that. Y'all, I haven't seen that money yet. I probably got some of it back, but probably 20% of it, if that. I have not, this is 5 years ago now? I ain't got that money back, y'all. Just saying, I have not received that money back. So, it's very, very hard because you're making a purchase based on, again, your emotions and your love. You all, I would never recommend that you all do that, at least without things in writing. So if I would have known now, I would have had it in writing, I would have had it notarized, and I would have been able to use that documentation as leverage to potentially take him to court so I could get my money, small claims court, to get back my money, which I honestly, I wouldn't even now, I wouldn't do that. That's not worth all that, going through all that trouble, legal trouble. But I did give somebody $3,000 out of love. Yeah. So that was absolutely my biggest financial mistake of all time. Guys, don't do things like that for love. Don't sign your credit card, don't put your name on a significant other's credit card. Don't put your name on a significant other because they got bad credit. Do not do that, y'all, because they're gonna mess your credit up too. I learned my lesson the very hard way. Now, today, I very, 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 very rarely let people borrow money from me because of those experiences that I've had. That's not the first time it's happened, and actually that's not the first time it's happened from that person, from him. So yeah, y'all, I had to learn the hard way, and I did. Anyway, all right, guys, those are my top 4 financial mistakes that I've made in my personal finance journey. Guys, let me know, comment below about your personal finance mistakes that you've made, and just know that they're gonna make you stronger. Don't use those to hold you back. Just use those to learn your lesson and move forward and getting your money right. All right, guys, it's Ashley, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.